It is hot in here. Hello. So shopping ethically is hard, especially when there are so many brands out there who are trying to greenwash us into thinking that they're ethical or sustainable. So how do we as consumers make sure that the money we're spending is actually going towards those brands who are trying to make a difference and not the brands who are trying to greenwash us? Coming up in this video. So today I'm going to talk to you about some great resources which can help you make the right shopping decisions. For the sake of making this video simple, I've divided it into two categories. The first category are platforms which rate and review brands and give them a score based on how ethical they are. And the second category are platforms which give an insight into the fashion industry in general. And I have a little something for you guys that I made myself that I am kind of embarrassed about but kind of proud about, just because I have no design skills whatsoever, so for me this is quite a feat, quite an achievement. Pat on the back. Hopefully you can download it and it will be really helpful when you're out and about and you need something to refer to on the go. But that's for later. For now, let's just jump right into this video, shall we? If you haven't heard of Fashion Revolution, then you've been living under a rock, my friend. Okay, no, but Fashion Revolution is really famous. They are really famous for having made ethical fashion more mainstream and a bit more interesting to us millennials. And some of their campaigns have gone really viral, like their Who Made My Clothes campaign and their alternatives. But what I feel like many people don't know is that they actually have a transparency index, which is basically a report that comes out every year, and it basically rates and reviews brands, like the most famous well-known global brands, which is amazing. And they based their report on how transparent those brands are. And what I love about the report is that it really goes into the depth of why they're giving that brand this score, and it's not just giving you something and telling you to believe it, it's telling you why you should believe it. I wasn't too sure whether to put this in this video because you actually have to pay for a subscription in order to use their services. The only things that you can access for free, I think, is their best rated brands and their worst rated brands, so you can't really look for a specific brand in their search bar unless you pay for a subscription. But I still thought it was worth checking out because other than the fact that you have to pay for it, it's a brilliant service. Rank a Brand reviews more than just fashion. They review food and beverage, they review fashion, personal care products, and even electronics. And what is amazing about them is that they're free, totally free. It's super easy to use. You just search for the brand that you have in mind in the search bar and it will pop up if they have reviewed that brand. The only little problem I have with this service is that they say the way they rank the brands is by asking them a series of questions that the brand have to answer to, but there is no real indication as to what exactly those questions are. So if those questions don't align with what you think an ethical brand should be, then there is a likelihood that the results from this platform is slightly biased. So that, other than that, great resource. The Shop Ethical website is actually my favourite, and it's one that I've never heard people talk about before. What I love about it is the structure or the layout of the website. So when you search for a brand, you are given 3 columns, one for the praises that that brand has received, one for the criticism that that brand has received, and one for referencing all the sources that they've used in order to come to that conclusion. So So you have a full list of what they've referred to in order to rank that brand, that specific grade or school, which is fabulous. And I love the little icons that they have for each comment. So if it's referring to animal cruelty or if it's referring to labour, it will have that cute little icon, so it's kind of visual at the same time, which is amazing. Love it. Can't say enough good things about this website. For me, it was a great find. The Good On You app. This one is probably the best resource that I have to give you because it's an app. So you can have it on your phone, on the go, and use it whenever you need to. The other amazing thing about this app is that when I'm on it, I don't feel like I'm on an ethical platform, because there's like discounts, promotions, and there is so much variety of products and styles that it feels like I'm shopping from, I don't know, ASOS or something. Okay, maybe that's a bit of a far-fetch, but it's really, really lovely, like a great UI, and I love the app, I genuinely do. Okay, so moving on to the last two resources, those will be a bit more general. I think The Guardian is one of those few newspapers, at least in the UK, that don't just go for cheap sensationalism, and they actually talk about the things that I'm really interested in, like sustainable fashion. They consistently have great articles on how to be more ethical, from tips to political things to speaking against brands, and that's something that I'm really appreciative of. Lucy SIEGLE is actually one of their writers, and she was featured into the True Cost documentary, and she's very well known for how environmentalist she is and how dedicated she is to the cause of the environment. It's a great resource that I really encourage you to refer to. And finally, my last one will be the Clean Clothes campaign website. They have really in-depth and statistical studies and reports on like really socio-economical topics, and it's really interesting, but it's also not for the faint-hearted. If you don't like long reads, then this might not be for you. So I thought it would not be very practical for you to have to refer to this video every single time you want to remember a platform that I talked about in this video. So I made this little infographic for you guys that you can refer to whenever you need to. So I will leave a link to my website in the description bar below, and if you just click on the link, and it will lead you straight onto that page, and you can just click on the download button to download the infographic, which is completely free, by the way. And it contains links to my favourite podcasts, my favourite reports, studies, brand rating services. So don't forget to click on that like button for me and that subscribe button, please. And thank you very much for your time. It's very much so appreciated, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.